thank the Buffalo Bills for making this a little more of a popping week than what it already was. Shout out to Stefon Diggs, who is in a new city. He's in Houston. They're going to be a problem. They don't have a problem. Houston is going to be a problem. Stefon Diggs traded to the Texans from the Bills. Lou, what's the deets on that? What did they give? What was the comp?
Yeah, so the Texans gave the Bills a 2025 second round pick, and then the Texans got a 2024 sixth round pick and a 2025 fifth round pick and Stefon Diggs. And then the Texans just because Stefon had this year and 3 more years left on his deal. Because they had him until like 2027. But what happened, the Texans just pretty much ripped up the remaining years, added $3 million and some dollars to the contract this year. So now he has a total of $22 million guaranteed for this season, and he can become a free agent after this season, or they can, resign him or whatever. Yeah.
I saw that. And would you say earlier have that the Bills did? They only allowed him to
Oh yeah, they said he can go anywhere but the Chiefs. He can find a trade anywhere but the Kansas City. I don't blame him. Gonna help y'all out. Give Stefon Diggs Mahomes to say, here's another 2 Super Bowls for you. We're gonna give you Stefon Diggs.
Bro, they keep especially like y'all keep hitting us over the head in the playoffs.
Y'all Stefon Diggs. We just not gonna give Mahomes Stefon Diggs. Hell no. I don't blame him.
I'm not mad at that. I feel like more teams should do that. You wanna go, you wanna walk, we got you, but you can't go here.
You ain't going here. You ain't going there.
You ain't doing none of that. What's up, y'all? We see y'all jumping in the chat. Oh, Jaja. Of course, Jaja's jumping in here. He's just so excited about his Texans.
Jaja turned up. He turned up.
So excited about his Texans.
It's a great time. It's a great time to be a Texans fan.
Hey, it's a great time.
He's in a better place now.
They are certainly the best team in Texas right now. I'll give you that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But with Stefon being traded to the Texans, Lou, I'm gonna start with you here. They got a lot of weapons. They got a nice defense. They got that CJ Stroud fella. They have D'Amico as head coach again. That is what a team that's all in looks like. That is what a team that's going all in looks like. Jerry Bartholomew Jones. So, Lou, are the Texans a lock for the AFC South?
No,
we haven't even got to the draft yet, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think they are. On paper, the Texans are a really good team on paper, but as we know, on paper, it don't really mean nothing. Games aren't won in March and April. Yeah, you put teams together in March and April, but games aren't won in March and April. There's a lot of other things that have to happen for them for me to believe that they're a lock. Also, the schedule hasn't even came out yet, so we don't even know how the schedule is going to fall for the Texans and how they have. Well, we know who they play. We just don't know how it's going to fall and how because that matters. That like the way your schedule falls, it matters. So no, I don't think they're a lock to win the AFC South. I think the AFC South again is going to be a very competitive division. And you're just gonna have to line it up and make it do what it do. Jaguars added some pieces, they lost some pieces. The Texans have also lost some pieces as well. So we can't just look at that and be like, whatever. But so I mean, we just gotta wait and see. But I don't think they're a lock right now. I do think they're a great team on paper, though. Yeah, to put some pieces around CJ, did what they needed to do.
Yeah, I agree with Lou. I don't think they're a lock to win the division. Like he said, on paper, I agree. They clearly are the best team on paper, but you still got to play the games. That's what all matters. Like Lou said, you don't win the division in March or April. You don't win a division, and sometimes until late December. So like we said last year with that division, we all, like a lot of us thought the Jags was going to win, but we knew it was going to be competitive, and the same thing will be that this year. The Colts will be competing. The Jags will be competing. The Titans made some moves too. I don't know about their quarterback yet, but the Titans made some moves to make them competitive. What you mean by that?
Big Will Levis?
You don't know what Will going to be?
I don't know what Will going to be. I ain't got no faith in Will. I don't got no faith in him. But we rode in
that man's Uber.
We did.
Respect on his name.
No, I ain't putting no respect on his name. He like they got some move. They made some moves to make them competitive, but they have the best. I would say the Texans have the best chance to win the division, obviously, but they gotta show that. You gotta, because now it's gonna be more pressure on Houston now, because now people are looking at Houston as a contender in the AFC now. With all the moves they've made, they looking at them like that. We can see the Texans in the AFC Championship game now.
Not to mention
that's how
that
they're being looked at.
What they did last year.
Yeah, they just made it to the divisional round. So with all those pieces you made, everybody like, all right, y'all should be able to make it to the AFC Championship game now. So there's a lot of pressure that come with what you do. So yeah, I'm on the same page as Lou. Yeah, they're not a lot.
Not only that, but like, I mean, sophomore slumps are a thing. I'm not going to say CJ is going to go through one, but it happens. Like we would be stupid not to bring that up. Like sophomore slumps happen. People have tape on CJ now. They have tape on Tank. What, granted, it's not like a whole season worth of tape on Tank, but now you have tape out there to see like little nuances and what people like to do. So even with Bobby Slowick, his offense, you have tape on that now. So it's you got to line it up at the end of the day, and we'll see what happens.
Let me just give y'all the opponents for the Texans, because you're right, Lou. Both of y'all, schedule matters. You know what I'm saying? Who they're gonna play. They have this is at home. They got the Ravens, the Bills. That'll probably be their opener. I would not be surprised if the Bills.
Oh yeah, their Buffalo game. Probably will be their opener
for sure. You got the Ravens, the Bills, the Dolphins, the Bears, the Lions, the Colts, the Jags, the Titans. And then they're on the road against the Cowboys, the Packers, the Vikings, the Chiefs, the Jets, the Patriots, and of course, obviously the Colts, Jags, and Titans. That's their 2024 opponent schedule.
They got a nice little sticky schedule.
And that's what the thing. That's what I was about to say, because
that's a competitive schedule they got.
I always like to try to play devil's advocate here and say, "Oh no, they are a lock." I couldn't, after seeing that opponents list, I'm like, I can't say that. I can't, because it doesn't matter how the schedule falls.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be competitive no matter where those teams fall. They have an extremely competitive, tough schedule.
So that's what I was going to say. So the AFC South this year plays the AFC East and the NFC North. Like those are the teams that we play. And then of course they have the first place schedule, which they'll play the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Cowboys. Those are the three teams that they play that won their divisions last year. Which they played the Ravens twice last year. So we saw how that went. I mean, but again, they did get better on paper. So it remains to be seen how it moves forward. But yeah, I mean, we all have a gauntlet. They have 3 extra good teams. So we'll see how it go.
Yeah, we'll see. That's definitely a competitive schedule right there. They're going to have to show they are who they say they are. They're going to have to show it for sure.
And to be honest, because it's only the second year of them doing things, just on the flip side of that, I don't feel like there's still any pressure there. We talked about with them going into the playoffs, how they played throughout the season, and then going into the playoffs, how they were that dangerous team because they playing with house money. There's nothing to really, you know what I'm saying? I still feel like that D'Amico is probably the type of coach, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Lou, where just go out there and play your game. We're not going out there to try to prove anything per se, and that's gonna take a lot of that pressure off of them. This is still only our second year putting things together like this. Second year with CJ. So there's no real honest expectations of them. I don't care about the moves they made. We're still looking at a second year quarterback. We're still looking at a second year head coach. There's still real football minds and people that understand how things work and that things need to grow and matriculate into other things. Shout out to Wes, because I heard that word on the matriculating the bigger purpose. What's up? Yeah, you better up this vocab, boy. You go, Wes. But into something better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
In D'Amico mind, he probably like, man, I got at least 4 years for people to really have to take us serious, and we only in year 2, and we making all these moves, and is looking this good so far. It's probably still no pressure for the Texans.
I don't think there's pressure, but I think internally they want to make a run, and that's the only reason you go all in like that. Like you go,
absolutely,
you get Daniil Hunter, you go. They added a bunch of corners to try to find somebody, I guess, to play opposite side of Stingley. You go trade a second rounder for Stefon Diggs. You go trade a 7th for Joe Mixon. Like I think they did. Yeah, like I don't think it's pressure on them, but actually now I think at this point, with all the moves they've made outside pressure, where it's like now people are looking at this team and like, y'all got to go win. you got a quarterback on a rookie deal, and you just went all in. And I think for them, they know that, and they're trying to make a run. Yeah,
that's how I feel, Lou. You grabbed all this talent. You didn't grab all this talent to go back to the second round and lose.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't do all of that just to go to the divisional round.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm just saying that even though we did all that, it's still no pressure. We're gonna go and we're gonna be an organization and aim to win. Of course, the only organization that don't do that is Dallas. We're going to be a real organization and make moves and try to win. If we can grab a Stefon Diggs, if we can grab a Danielle Hunter, if we can grab those players, we're going to grab them. But there's still no real pressure for us to be in the AFC Championship. We just going to go out there and play. And we're going to put our talent out there on display. And the talent might very well be enough to get us to an AFC Championship. But to put that kind of pressure on, CJ and the second head coach, or for them to feel like it's that, I mean, I just don't. But like, I agree with the outside pressure. Like the other team is like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. And they haven't even touched the draft yet.
And they haven't touched the draft yet. And they draft well.
They do.
We were having this conversation earlier in the Colts group chat, and I'm like, bro, some of our fan base, man. But we was having this conversation earlier in the group chat, talking about how the Texans draft well. Like they haven't touched the draft yet. And even though they sent, they're in the second round right now because they don't have the first round pick because they traded that to the Vikings. But even with that, they've still found they're gonna find a way to get the talent that they need to put around CJ.